You're listening to the Fanalist Podcast. Follow on Twitter at TheFanalystPod.
So Magic Johnson posted a series of tweets saying that the Lakers should go after LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and DeMar DeRozan. Tyson, if LeBron James was to go to the Los Angeles Lakers and leave the Cleveland Cavaliers, I mean, unless he's already, would he become the most hated good player in professional sports?
The most hated great player.
Great player, superstar.
He is a superstar. He's the most famous basketball player in the world right now. Second, probably Steph Curry. But anyway, he lost a lot of respect from fans in the NBA when he first made his move to Miami. How he did it, first of all, was just absolutely ridiculous. Getting that whole big news conference and letting everyone in Cleveland down heavy. And when he came back to Cleveland, it was like, I'm here to stay. We're going to win some championships. He hasn't won a championship. I don't think he'll win a championship this year. If he moves to LA to form another super squad, my God, that will be chaos. I honestly think he'll become the most hated player in the NBA. I think it wasn't just Cleveland that was upset at him the first time around. People all over the basketball-loving world really, I felt, lost a lot of respect for LeBron. But there's still a niche amount of people who still are fans of him.
Yeah,
They're gone.
This isn't even a rumor. It's not that LeBron's... He hasn't said that he's considering going. This is just Magic Johnson stirring up, just kind of stirring the pot, as he did with DeMar DeRozan after he had his big game last night. Tweeted out, oh, this is the kind of guy that we should be going for. Jayden, do you have a similar player that you think is more hated than LeBron James?
The Black Mamba. Kobe Bryant is by far the most hated, the most best athlete ever played the game, ever.
In basketball.
The most hated.
Okay, fine. I'll say in basketball.
Okay.
In basketball.
But that's because of his play more than anything.
People hate him because he's good. He's done
because he doesn't pass.
Because he does.
That's how they feel.
Can you want to let me talk?
Go ahead, talk.
People don't like him because he's good. He doesn't pass, and he's not there to make friends. Those are three reasons why people hate him. He's not there to make friends. He's there to win basketball games.
He's a different breed for sure.
Absolutely. Michael Jordan people compare him to Michael Jordan all the time because Michael Jordan was the same way. He wasn't there to make friends. He was there to play basketball. He was there to win games. He's there just strictly to play basketball. That's it. And people are just like, come on, man, just like chill out a little bit. Why are you getting in trouble with your teammates because you just want to win basketball games? When we were all kids, right? What was the one thing that coaches and parents said to you?
Have fun.
Have fun.
Oh wow, that was fact. Oh, I was right.
Yeah, exactly. Kobe Bryant, he took that to another level. He's having fun and he's winning basketball games. But even though he's not making friends, he's still winning basketball games. He's the most hated athlete in basketball.
Let me ask you a question though. How did people respond to him retiring?
A lot of them were.
It was a very loving way.
People always
was it not?
come around when you're a great.
Okay, I don't think that will be the case though if LeBron James retires a Laker.
Ooh.
Or if he switches from the Lakers and goes to somewhere else once again. I think because people always say, well, Jordan didn't form a super squad. Kobe didn't form a super squad. LeBron.
Jordan didn't have to form a super squad. He was a 95-96 Bulls going 72-10. Potentially one of the greatest teams ever.
He at least stayed in the city. He at least stayed with the team. He didn't go to Miami to join Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Say, we're not going to win one, we're not going to win two, we're not going to win whatever. If he dips Cleveland once again without a championship and forms a super squad in LA to win more championships, people are going to be putting asterisks on his name forever. I don't care how loved he was before and how hated Kobe was. LeBron's on another level.
No, Kobe by far is the most hated person in sports.
As of now, I would completely agree with you that right now, Kobe, I wouldn't say that he's the most hated, but I feel like as he's the most hated great player right now.
I would say Tom Brady's more hated.
I would say I think that's clear right now that Tom Brady is the most hated.
Because he's still playing.
If you're not a New England Patriots fan, or if you're not like a huge fan of football, and by fan, I don't mean like you throw it on Sunday. I mean that you religiously follow everything that happens in the NFL. If you're not one of those two people, now that Tom Brady got a suspension, that's one thing. But before the suspension, You hated him. He got away with it. People forgot that this thing was even still being talked about. People forgot that, they were still discussing the suspension. Now that he's gotten the 4 games, whenever somebody finally gets what's coming to them, they get punishment, you don't start to like them more because they took a punishment. No, Tom Brady still wants to fight it. You know what I mean? So definitely Tom Brady, but I'm going to go completely off NBA, NFL. I'm going to go to the MLB, and I think a great player. I think he's still pretty good, but career-wise, he was great. Alex Rodriguez, great player, obviously a PED user, as we found out. He finally admitted to himself after quite a few lies, which is why he's hated. He's lied. Okay? Did LeBron James ever, and he might have, I might be wrong here, did LeBron James ever say, I will never leave Cleveland?
I think it was at one point it was a given that he would never leave Cleveland. It's his hometown.
It was always assumed.
Well, I think when he
lie.
re-signed, though, when he made that statement, I'm coming back, I think everybody was like, all right, well, he's here to stay.
But there are Yankee fans who hate Alex Rodriguez because they can't believe that he lied to them.
Well, no, it's not only that, man. The Yankee fans have always hated Alex Rodriguez
because he was always Derek Jeter.
He was never Derek Jeter, exactly. Right. He was never a playoff performer. He would hit 300 in the regular season.
He was the evil stepbrother of Derek Jeter.
Hits 190 in the playoffs consistently. He never stepped up. Not only that, to baseball fans, not just Yankee fans, before all this scandal went crazy, he was still a hated player because of his outside of the mound antics. He wasn't Johnny Manziel by any means, but to baseball fans, he was kind of like Johnny Manziel. He was the tamer version of Johnny Manziel.
He wasn't a baseball player. He was Hollywood.
He was a celebrity. Exactly.
He was a celebrity.
He was going out of his way to...
He was a celebrity before he was a baseball player. We'll say that.
He was showing off that he was dating Madonna and stuff like that. He's the crazy guy.
I don't know, guys. I think Alex Rodriguez is the most hated great player, at least in a long time. But Fanalists, we want to hear from you. Who do you think is the most hated great player in professional sports?
Thanks for tuning in to the Fanalist Podcast. I'm Jayden, and you can follow us at TheFanalystPod.